I am participating in a Christmas retro vintage collaboration with the host Monica Up All Night DIY. She was one of the first DIYers that I collaborated with on Instagram, Glam, Modern, or Industrial. She can do it all. The link to her channel is listed below. Be sure to subscribe to her channel, like, comment, save, and share. Also, be sure to follow all of the other collaborators that are showing Vintage Christmas. The link to the collaborators is listed below. Now, I had to go back to the 60s, 70s, and 80s to get a feel of vintage. I would say the look is nostalgic and has a rustic beauty. Most of the ornaments are mercury glass and ornaments made from paper or the look of old wood. My first DIY is very simple, but gives the look of old world vintage. The supplies needed are 2 wood rounds, 2 vintage rub on decal by Carta Bella, Stephen Duncan, Mod Podge, popsicle stick, and jute. I chose 2 wood rounds that were smooth enough to rub a vintage picture on it. The first is Santa in the sleigh with the reindeers. I cut it out to make sure it would fit on the wood round and then begin to rub with a popsicle stick. I will have to say I had to rub vigorously until I made sure every piece of the picture was on the wood round. Even if you're not able to do it the first time, it does allow you to replace the decal and rub some more. I put some Mod Podge on it to kind of preserve it, and then threaded some green jute into the opening and hung it on a tree. Well, I don't have a tree up yet, but I put it on a wreath. I've got to get my tree up sometime this week so I can show off all of these beautiful ornaments. And the next one is a Christmas tree on top of a car. You know, usually you see a Christmas tree in a truck. You follow the same process. Someone gave me this decor rub-on before I even started my YouTube channel, so I had no idea what I was going to do with it. So look at this. I love that it fits so well with this challenge. DIY number 2. A paper ornament. But first, let's go over a little history about ornaments. Initially, many ornaments were made with fruit, nuts, and cranberries, etc. And in the 1890s, F.W. Woolworth imported glass-blown ornaments. And as you can probably guess, I like to make my own ornaments. The supplies needed for this one include some silver cardstock, hot glue, scissors, ribbon, and a tape measure. So first you want to decide how large you want your ornament. And you cut 2 pieces of 5 by 5 square of cardstock paper. I chose to use silver, but you can use gold. There, you can even use a pattern. It doesn't make any difference. They are all beautiful. So you fold the 5 by 5 square of paper in half, and then you fold it again in half on the other side. Then you're going to fold it in a triangle on both sides of the paper. And then in the middle of the square, starting at the end, you're going to cut 1 inch upward toward the middle, but you're not going to cut too far because then the star is not going to turn out just right. And you do that on 4 sides. Then, after you have cut the opening, you will fold that in a triangle in the middle of that fold on both sides. And you're going to do that all the way around. Once you get that, you're going to connect the 2 pieces, and you have to look to see how it is done. You're going to connect the two pieces together and hot glue it together. So you have kind of a 4-pronged star, but you have to make 2 of these. Make sure that you know that you need 2. And so you're going to glue the one star on top of the other star. After it is assembled, you want to adhere the hanger somewhere in one of the little openings around with your ribbon. And you will display your creation. I have to do another one of these. This is so easy, and it looks so pretty when you put it on the tree. DIY number 3, Christmas countdown display. The supplies needed include a small shadow box, 2 wooden cubes, some tumbling tower blocks, a Christmas tree, and this one came with something that I had purchased a while back from Dollar Tree when they got their Christmas supplies in. And I'm going to use antique parchment acrylic paint. I need a saw, some wood glue, a number stencil, a palette, and a word stamp. Well, I started out using popsicle sticks, but changed my mind because they were not sturdy enough for this project. So I removed the stickers from the wooden blocks and began painting them with this antique parchment colored paint. Once that was done, I began painting the numbers on the blocks red. I used my Big Shot to cut out the stencil, but should have cut the vinyl on the opposite side. However, I made it work, and I didn't get much spillage of the paint. And I probably will go over at a later time and kind of touch it up. Then I cut a shadow box in half, just enough for the wooden blocks to fit into the space, and painted it antique parchment. And I didn't worry about getting it perfect because the vintage look, it is not perfect. There is usually another color peeking through. Once that was done, I removed the backing from the other piece and glued it to the open space in the back of the shadow box. I painted the palette antique parchment and glued it on top of the box. I removed a Christmas tree from a Dollar Tree sign and traced around some pink, green, blue, and white cardstock paper. I noticed that in the vintage look, they often use pink and the pastel colors back in the day. This turned out better than I expected. This is a gift for some special kids, and I'm sure they will love it. And remember, kindness is a choice, so choose to be kind. So be sure to subscribe to my channel, save, like, and comment. I would love to have you in the Z9 Designs family. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.